Hello everyone, my name is Marissa Soto and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going all the way to Spain and we're going to be making a seafood paella. Some of the ingredients that we have here are vegetable broth. You can also use fish broth, but I just decided to go with vegetable. We have rice, oil, olive oil, shrimp, mussels, and calamari. So those are the main ingredients. In addition, we have smoked paprika, ground pepper, salt, parsley, garlic cloves, lemon, bell pepper, onion, tomato paste, and we have this seasoning that I'm going to be using for the taste for the rice. I'm going to start by getting the garlic ready, and I have this handy dandy tool right here that we're going to be using. So I'm just going to peel this garlic. I'm also going to be posting the recipe on my blog, so if you guys would like to see that, make sure to check it out. It's going to be in the description below. I decided to make this dish today because I'm going to be starting a theme on my channel, and it's going to be food from around the world. So today we're going to be starting in Spain because I've never been to Spain, and due to everything that's going on right now, I don't think I'm gonna get to go to Spain anytime soon. So we're gonna do the next closest thing, and we're gonna do that with all of the countries that we're gonna be going through with cooking. Sometimes you don't have to go to another country to experience a different type of food, and I think that the best form of medicine, honestly, is cooking. So if you are one to go out and eat fast food, I don't blame you because I used to do the same exact thing. Okay, so now that we have all of this garlic here, it's naked, I'm gonna put it in this, I don't know what this is called. A garlic press, thank you. We're just gonna use the garlic press, okay? To get it how we want. We're just gonna put like 2 cloves in here until this comes out like this. And we're just gonna do the same exact thing for all of this. Our garlic is done, so we have that ready. Now I'm going to cut an onion. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be putting these goggles on because I literally hate cutting onions. Like, it's the worst. And so I'm just gonna put these on. And yeah, I know I look crazy, but it's okay as long as I don't tear up and stuff. That's all that matters. So I'm just gonna cut this onion. Goggles really work. So if you guys have goggles at home and you hate crying when you cut onions, just find the goggles, put them on. You will be so happy that you don't have to cry and look like you've been just broken up with or something. It's gonna seriously change your life. Alright, now that we're out of the war zone, you could take your goggles off. If you don't have some of these, again, I recommend you get some because there are no tears on my eyes. None of those. And next, we're going to be cutting up a whole bell pepper. So I'm just gonna dice this up in the same fashion I did the onion. So next, I'm going to take this oil and I'm just gonna throw it in the pan over to the stove. Here we are. Fire on. We're going to throw half of a cup of oil. And we're just gonna throw that in the pan. Just let that warm up a little bit. I'd say like 2 minutes. The calamari is actually already breaded and cooked, so I'm just gonna throw this in the oil and it's gonna give it a nice crispy texture to it. And I'm just gonna leave that in for about 2 minutes. Alright, so it's been 2 minutes, so I'm just gonna take the calamari out of the pan and onto a separate plate. And we're gonna put this on medium heat, and we're going to add some garlic and onion to it. So we're just gonna add this minced, or the pureed garlic and the minced onions to the pan. I'd say it's been about 2.5 minutes, so I'm gonna put some bell pepper in there. Here's our bell pepper. We're just gonna throw this on in there. And we're just gonna mix this all up. And you're gonna let this cook for 3 minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes. So we're ready to add in the tomato puree. And I'm adding a cup of this, so 8 ounces. Mix this all around. I'm gonna add a half of a teaspoon of paprika. I was gonna use a full one, but I'm just gonna use half because I don't actually like the taste that much. But if you like the taste, go ahead, feel free to add as much as you like. We're gonna be using a hint of black pepper, just a hint of it. Adding just a pinch or 2 of salt. Oh my gosh. Let's just pretend like that didn't just happen right now. I'm gonna add some more salt just because I love salt. Alright. So it's been 3 minutes, so we're gonna add the calamari into this paste we have. We're gonna be adding 5 cups of vegetable broth. And now that that's all in there, we're just gonna leave it on to boil. And of course, just make sure to stir it in so that the puree isn't clumpy still. You want it to blend in with the broth. Boiling up, boiling up, boiling up. You have to add the saffron seasoning, which was this seasoning here. And you're gonna add this. And this does wonders to your rice. It's gonna give you a lot of flavor that you didn't even know existed. And it's gonna change the game. Like, I don't think you're gonna be able to go back. Now that our sauce is boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and add the round rice. And yes, you need round rice for this dish. And we're just gonna add 2 cups of this to the sauce. You're gonna want to evenly distribute this towards the bottom. Take a spoon and just gently press against the bottom. And if you see there's spots where there's less rice, go ahead, press everything down. And then you're just gonna literally let it sit. Don't touch it. I'm gonna be cooking this for 20 minutes. By then, all of the liquid should be absorbed in the rice. It's looking good. We're gonna be adding the shrimp, which we have here. And all I did to the shrimp was I added lemon and salt. And again, do not mix it, but if you want to shake it up a little, go ahead. We're gonna be adding these mussels as well, which are covered in garlic. And it's all in there. We're gonna wait 10 minutes and this bad boy should be ready. So now that it's been 10 minutes, we're just gonna turn down the heat to a low medium heat. And we're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes, just like this. After most of the sauce is reduced down, you're gonna turn the heat up onto medium high for 1 minute to toast the rice on the bottom. And after 1 minute, the rice should be toasty on the bottom. So we're just gonna turn off the heat completely. And we're gonna cover this with foil. I'm also just gonna place this towel over it to keep it insulated. And we're gonna leave it like this for 5 to 7 minutes. We're ready to take off the cloth and foil, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Alright. Alright, so this is what it looks like up close. It looks really good. And I didn't have to go all the way to Spain to have it, so now it is time to test. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. My camera did die in the previous clip right as I was tasting the paella, which was kind of perfect timing because you got to see a little bit of, I guess, me tasting it, but it was so good and I hope you're able to try this recipe. Feel free to follow me on my social media. I post a lot of food on there that I don't post on my YouTube, so you might want to check that out. And don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.